for next 20-15 minutes, we'll talk about how how are we doing our transformation with the technology. Okay. So I think Shardul has introduced me. I work in a bank, DCB Bank, as a head digital innovation and architecture. So primarily, what we'll talk about today is a current situation, like current situation, how is the banking is happening currently, what are different digital banking trends, and how our life is changing with digital banking, and we see how innovation is really required for our current banking, typically at cooperative banks, right? So what happens now, friends? Every 20 years, we see some kind of a different change in our lifestyle. Either it is because of some technology factor, external factor, some government factor, or any of those. Let's say, example, in 2007 we have seen adoption of the smartphones or iPhones, or what we have seen 1995 internet has become open internet. Anybody can really use internet from their PCs or laptops or their offices. And today internet is just like electricity. We carry internet or we carry mobile phone. We always have access of the internet, and internet and this phone has really changed our life. Okay, so what I mean to say that every 20 years innovation and they collaborate the right partner technology key for success for any individual or any of the corporate or bank uh, s- or any of the regulator and so on. This is what we have seen. So what is the current trend? So current trend, we have seen first ATM way back in 1967, right? A cash machine installed outside of the Barclays branch, okay, in London, way back in 1967. And today, so in 1967, we must have seen that ATM as just like a magic point or some kind of a miracle, right? Which is gonna come to, so like your cash, which was available at the branches, now all of a sudden this machine will give out the cash based upon your instructions and the input to this machine. So today, ATM has become integral part of the banking ecosystem. We hardly see at the ATM as a as some kind of innovations. We see it is a basic necessity of a banking to survive in rural areas, in cities, or anywhere. ATMs are primarily used, right? So that was the era which what we have seen, right? And this is our current story or a past story, wherein we have seen cooperative banks or any of the public sector banks or any of the bank branch. People used to come to branches for every type of transactions. Say example, for a balance inquiry also people travel down or to fetch out in a rural village. I have seen during demonetization, I must have interviewed so many villagers how they are doing banking, and the banking experience during that time and villages is a bit challenging always. Okay, so because at times there is no internet at a branch, or there people have to travel down, walk down to really fetch out some amount. So that's the story what we have seen in branches. But now this is a your branch story where we can do financial lending, personal finance, these kind of all these type of transaction branches, and typically all these transactions are moved on to the mobile now. So what we have seen in WhatsApp or Paytms or Google Pays, or the whole communication has really transformed on the mobile. Earlier, what we had seen in the inland letter or postcards, or people used to send money through money order, right? So it was like a 3 to 4 or at times 7 days of exercise to send even 1,000 rupees from one location to another. So today you can send in a fraction of seconds, based upon how much power of internet you have. Okay, on Beam Pay or Google Pay or phone pay, or every bank has its own mobile app, right? Many cooperative banks, some of the cooperative banks has a mobile app, right? So that's how is the era. And why we are landing here? Because our customer has changed. Customer who used to visit bank branches during before lockdown or before pandemic season, so now customer has started doing their every operations like seeing movies also. They don't want to go to the cinema halls, or and look at those millennial customers. Millennial means the new customers, like our young guys, right? They will talk, why I need to go to the bank branch for any of those financial transactions. So what I mean to say that our customer is ever changing. So if you look at these logos, right? So these are the logos, old logos, right? Some of our friends must have used Kodak camera, or Yahoo Messenger, or HTD ISD PCO booth, or Nokia phones, or Blackberries, right? Or those newspaper, right? So now these companies are vanished. These companies vanished because they have not taken care of ever changing customer. Your customer everywhere is changing. In India, there are a lot of programs like BharatNet, wherein internet is going to come every village, right? In the world, most, I would say half of the population is using internet. So they understand, if I am not able to provide my business model, if I am not able to provide my customer service onto the mobile or internet, those companies will be like yesterday's Nokia's. Now look at these companies, right? Look at Geo, WhatsApp, or Zomato, Swiggy, Google, Amazon, right? Netflix. And if I ask some of you, stop using WhatsApp or stop using Ola Uber in a place like Mumbai, right? During lockdown, we may not have used it, but I say stop using Google, stop using Google Maps, stop using your phone pays. You will say no, no. This has become our integral part of life. That's how mobile phone and relevant banking, non-banking services are becoming integral part of our life. So as a cooperative bank, what is that we are doing for those same set of customer who is banking with some other bank, or same set of customer who is watching movies on Netflix? So I think we need to really bring on those services to the customer, on more and more customers onto the mobile. So how do you do that, right? So there is a need of innovation. What is meant by innovation? Innovation is like finding out those gaps and fill those gaps. Okay, if you look at this slide, like water is coming, but I'm utilizing same umbrella to collect the water as well as giving to the plant. So innovation is like to see where are those gaps and fill those gaps or connect those dots, right? So now look at innovation, right? In many of the foreign banks, what they have done during pandemics, they have created this small pop-up branch. Instead of putting up this bank complete banking infrastructure, branch infrastructure, these are movable branches. Just like in some of the villages we have seen movable ATMs, right? So can we not create this branch for 15 days in one village, followed by another same branch can be moved into another village? So or rotating, see, it will save a lot of cost, right? And now it all depends upon every bank's aspiration, whether they want to give 24 by 7 service, or they want to give 8-hour service, or they want to give a half a 3-day service in a particular village. So like that we can see how so some of the banks in Russia, they have adopted drones to give back the cash. Customer request for a cash, and the cash is delivered to the certain customers. So why are we doing all of this? Because we today we have different set of customers. We have some traditionalists like old guys, right? Those are different set of customers. We have young customers like me, Gen X customers, or we have this upcoming millennial customer. And every customer type has different need. They have a different look towards banking. Like your Gen 2020 or millennials, they will never visit our branches. They will never gonna come to the banking or take out the cash. They would like to do all their transaction on either on a UPI or a phone pays or Google pays or any of those mobile phones. Talk about traditionalists, yeah, they might go to the branches for inquiring or doing some of the financial transactions. Story is changing now, and post pandemic it has given a trigger. It has accelerated digital journey everywhere. So as a cooperative banks, why we are going or why are we behind? I'm not talking about those top heavy cooperative banks who are already there on mobile journey. Generally, I'm talking about the most of the cooperative banks. They need to really see how we can further move their customer services to the upcoming and existing customers, so that your customer always remains your customer. I think in many villages we have this business correspondent model, which is a model which is adopted by all the PSUs. But still, we need to really see how do we bring 24 by 7 banking on mobile phones on ever changing customers. Not only your banking is changing, the way we look at our life is also changing, right? Earlier my father must have done one or two jobs, but today this is my fourth or fifth job, right? So customer is changing. He needs more engagements, right? He need more engagement. His traction of banking with one bank is very less. If a one bank is not really giving good service, automatically it will shift to the some other service. And learning curves are also increasing. So earlier, like learning was only for education, followed by some degree, followed by some job and retirement. That's how is our focus of life was there. But today new focus is everywhere, and it's very agile. Ask yourself, you and me are on this webinar, right? So sitting at home or listening to me, or I'm talking to you all guys. That's how is a change. Now people are not much into this monolithic kind of a journey. People want unidirectional, omni-channel, everywhere kind of a journey, everywhere in learning, education, traveling, or you talk about ordering food or banking also. So that's how we have to see what is that new agility. So earlier it was expertise, now it is agility. You need to understand customer more, engage more, to learn more, you have to deliver further more and more. What I was talking about is like today it's a Jan 2019 ka slide, but today most half of the billion population is on internet. So we have to provide all of these services either on mobile or on internet. So what we have seen is a uh, uh, in future maybe in the next down the line 3 to 4 years, your banking will move from internet mobile to wearable banks. What is meant by wearable? Your banking will be directly will be done by your refrigerator itself will order some food and will do the payout or will do the bill payment, or obviously your connected car will do the payouts and will do the payment for a fuel or maintenance. So that is our connected world which will come in maybe in the down the line 3 to 4 years, when 5G will come reality in India. At least 5G is already there in some of the countries, and I think as a customer or as a geography, your villages and the place where cooperative bank, most of the cooperative banks are there, all of them are going towards urbanization. There is a plan of more than 60 to 70 cities are getting planned as a smart cities, right? So it's very very important. While the cities are changing, your surroundings are changing, your customer is changing, and customers tomorrow is gonna be on connected platforms or on mobile. Are you ready for the next phase? Are you ready for those cloud? I think earlier speakers uh, very nicely spoken about cloud or various those security practices. While doing this, are you ready for those security practices? So it's very important. Are you moving towards, or are we moving along with your customer, or customer will move somewhere else, right? Say example, today Geo opens up your SIM card account on the spot, right? There are banks like DBS Bank or DCB Bank today where I'm working, or IDFC Bank. They open for 10 minutes, right? So while you're opening your bank account with advanced digital technologies, as a cooperative bank, where I'm, how is my architecture? Like today at a DCB, I have created an architecture with the enterprise service bus with the API banking, right? So my account opening is not restricted only to my paper-based process or only to my mobile. It has gone beyond. There are some startups or fintech kind of companies where I'm providing my APIs. So my tomorrow's branches are those fintech companies where customer will come and will open up the account. So are you thinking of that kind of a advanced digital kind of a mechanism? So as a cooperative bank, can we come together and although there are some association, there is an association under cooperative banks, but can we come together, create a platform like UPI, right, wherein all the banking operation happens, all of my for all of my cooperative customers only from that mobile app, starting with the customer account opening, most of your services, followed by your engagement things for a customer. Can we really create on a single platform which runs on some cloud and managed by all of these cooperative banks together? I'm just giving an example like how can we come together and really start these kind of engagements. Otherwise, your customer will move to the some other customer, right? Customer today starting from paper based, they want to do all banking zero touch, contactless. I stand in front of a camera, my video KYC is done, my account is open. So that's the aspiration. Every bank in India, every bank outside of India, every bank is really looking at how do I become extreme digital. So it may be a dream, maybe down the line 10 years, you will have a extreme digital experience available everywhere, right? So how it happens, it happens the way we interact with our gadgets. Earlier, we used to interact with gadgets on keyboard and mouse. All of a sudden, your keyboard mouse is gone. Now, what we are doing? Hey Siri, what is the weather out there? Or hey Alexa, please order some pizza. Or we just look at your phone. Your phone is getting open, right, based upon your facial authentication or voice authentication or fingerprint authentication. So this experience is changing year on year, right? Tomorrow this experience will go on gesture. I just look at I just enter in a bank branch. People will come to know. Okay, Prasanna has entered in the branch based upon my facial authentication, as well as they will come to know whether I am happy or I am unhappy, right? Is it possible? Yeah, it is possible. So science has proved they can read out my facial expression, really come to say when I'm entering the bank branch, whether I have come with a nice mood. If I am not, branch manager will come out and say, Mr. Prasanna, welcome to you. I think you are very much tense and stressed. How can I help you? Are you looking for a loan or something like that? Is it possible? It is very much possible, right? So that's kind of a banking we'll see. And today, when you talk about so much of digital, right, and so much of Netflix, so much of Swiggy's, there are our brothers, right, or sisters. When 2.5 billion people in the world, wherein we have population of almost 8 billion in the world. So most of the, at least 25 to 30% people do not have bank account, right? Similar stories goes with India also. Although we must have said that we have delivered these RuPay cards, or we have said that we have more than 100 crore people on Aadhaar, but we have so many people who are unbanked, right? Either because of financial inclusion is not really nicely implemented in many of these villages. So these are all our opportunities. Being cooperative bank, we are closer towards village customers. We need to see how cooperative bank can really help to bring out a banking experience for everybody. UN, like United Nations, has an agenda by 2030. Every person on this world, by 2030, every person on this world should not be poor. These are the 17 development guidelines given by UN, where India is also part of that whole agenda. We always keep on hearing Make in India, Swachh Bharat, or financial inclusion. These are all outcome of this kind of agenda, which is provided by the UN to India and many other 140 plus countries. So as a cooperative banks, how nicely we are doing around this zero poverty, or bringing the right set of services or financial inclusion to the people. It's very, very important. Otherwise, if we will not do it, there are other giants like Google, Amazon, Facebook. They are talking about payment experience on WhatsApp. We are already utilizing Google Pay, in Apple Pay, which is already available not in India but outside of India. And sooner or the later, we will see Apple Pay is available in India also. Amazon is tying up with so many SMEs across your Geo, tying up with the Facebook, or Geo doing collaboration with the Google or Microsoft is gonna be the game changer tomorrow. But so friends, as a cooperative banks, if you want to sustain these games, it's very easy. It's very easy. Come together, collaborate with each other. See what is that your customer is looking for, right? And as a together association, can we not really give that experience to the our customers? So that's very, very important, right? There are some models outside of India, inside of India, which is called as a digital only banks. There are like banks like Paytm, or in India there is a Digi Bank, and there are many more, 8 9 more banks are coming. They are only digital banks, do not have any branches, do not have any kind of that extra cost, right? And like outside of India, there are 100 plus banks who don't have a branches. That model is also coming in India. I think sooner or later RBI will also come up, will say ki now we should have some of the digital only banks. So that is how opportunity in front of us to be ahead in the race. And as a cooperative banks, we don't have so much of legacy of infrastructure. We can build all of our infrastructure on the cloud. Okay, and on the cloud we can really come as a some kind of a collaborative cloud under NABARD, or some kind of an entity where it says this is a particular solution which can be shared, like this is a core banking which can be shared among those cooperative banks. Once again, I am not talking about those heavy or wealthy cooperative banks, but most of the cooperative banks who has a this is cost like a problem, because today RBI comes with so many regulations, right? You have to, now this CISOCA regulation came, now tomorrow this data protection regulation will come, a SOCA regulation is there. So many regulations, you guys have to bear a lot of cost. So, but coming together, that cost can be distributed among yourself. So, say example, tomorrow ESDS comes and say, hey guys, for all cooperative banks, this is a common solution for customer onboarding, which has all the bill payment, all kind of services. You just have to connect your core banking to, or some your banking ledger to my this service, and it's all done for your customers. I will take care of all of these services on behalf of you. You don't have to invest on your app. You don't have to invest on your development teams. You don't have to invest on your partners. So I think that kind of a model certainly we can really see, right? So why? Because see, outside of India, WeChat, which is a app in China, it provides banking services like payment as well as many others. WhatsApp also trying to do in India similar kind of a thing. So I think there are a lot of regulation relevant challenges, but your customer is moving towards more and more collaboration kind of services like Instagram, Uber, or Ola, or Airbnb, Swiggy. So these are all
our competitors, tomorrow's competitors. Either we compete or collaborate. That's very, very important. So lot of your trends starting from barter, gold, paper money, plastic, later tomorrow it could be a crypto or some kind of, I will not cover that part. But what I want to say that our banking is going to change. Our banking is going to change, and if we don't change as a cooperative bank, or if we don't change as a CTO of a cooperative bank, or if we don't change as a CISO of a cooperative bank, or a particular IT unit of a cooperative bank, it's going to be a challenge for us to sustain. So through this slide, what I want to say that as a cooperative bank, single or a group of cooperative, think of where is your level. Are we at a level 1 or level 2 orbit? And think what are things you have to do to reach to the next level by next year, right? Next year goals. Say you want to hire some more guys, or you want to bring on some kind of a digital experience and work around that, right? Refer your competition benchmarks and create a new strategies for yourself. Or I must say, all cooperative banks should come together and create that strategy and shift your orbit from one level to another level. What happens on Paytms or phone pays, the number of transactions are quite less compared to what happens number of transactions cooperative, all those cooperative bank. So I think what I want to say that, look at this slide. If you want to transform, we have to consider 5 different blocks. We have to consider people, process, technology, external forces, and customer. And within that, you have to consider these pillars. Say people. So tomorrow you say you want to transform digitally, you have to really see, do you have those kind of a people? Do you have a very good expert CTO or CIO who understands what is meant by a change? How do I change my people? How do I change a culture from traditional culture to a digital culture? How do I keep on innovating and influencing within my organization so that every employee in the organization has a value to do a digital banking or digital transformation? If it is not possible within that pool of employee, hire some good people, reskill existing people to make them understand what is meant by digital, to make them understand what is meant by mobility, to make them understand what is meant by new technology like cloud or AI or ML. Can we not create some conversational bot for your customers? See, customers, if you say that my customer will not learn and they are villager, you are wrong. Customers are heavily learning, nicely learning on these smartphones, right? So as a bank, do you have right set of people expertise? If not, keep on creating that, right? So process, another process is like, do you have the right set of process within a bank, right? Wherein, do you have a right set of a process which says what are things to be automated? Account opening, several so much of a baggage of everyday reconciliation, settlement. So I think you need to understand which are the process to be covered under digital transformation. New technology, like technology, which are the cloud, ESB or open banking. This technology should be adopted by a cooperative bank, or in a group. You can create this technology adoption on a cloud. You can have your own open banking suite for all those fintechs, wherein cooperative bank coming in together are offering those APIs, right? Or you talk about how are you going to create new channels for the customer, either chatbot or some conversational bank, like we are talking to the Alexa, series, or those Googles. So same thing, you can also talk to, they can also talk to your mobile apps. So adoption of new technology is very, very important. So people, process, technology, once you have, you should see how these external forces like RBI or any of those compliance relevant things are aligned with the digital transformation or not, and partner with your fintechs. So I think I will not recommend for a smallest cooperative bank, but there are some bigger cooperative banks, they should start their own journey on partnership and collaborative. So like what you have a branch, right? To open a branch, it takes somewhere around 20 lakhs to rupees 40 lakh, depends upon what type of branch you want to open. But you can create a small partnership with some fintech for some new product like a mutual fund or some kind of insurance, and within few lakhs of rupees, and that's actually an additional business line for you, right? You have to think on those lines, right? How do I really bring more business line for my banking career, banking? And ultimately, while doing this people, process, technology, or external forces, now think of your customers for whom you are doing, whether your customer wants it or customer wants it. This is what I was showing you, that slide of Nokia's, right? Or Netflix, how the customer has changed. So unless you do this kind of stuff, you will not be really understand what is that lead management, right? Tracking those leads, taking those leads on the big bazaars or those. So like suppose somebody has a savings account, can we offer him some other product and take those leads on the mobile app and see what more, how many customers you have in a particular area and how many customers further we can really increase. So these 5 building blocks and these relevant pillars are very very important to dig out now the people, what you can say, create a leadership development. Bring on right CTO or right CIO for your bank, or reskill yourself to be a proper roadmap. Create your in-house roadmap, right? Create a center of excellence coming together as a cooperative banks, like thousands of, or sorry, some 20-30 cooperative banks coming together and creating their COE, coming, all the CTOs coming together. Now they can talk with the RPA company or to talk with a cloud company, and that's how you can create that leadership at a larger level, right? Speed is very very important. If you will not do it now, there are other guys who are serving your customers, right? Very very important. Process we spoke about. In a process, create right architecture within your bank. Understanding of a cybersecurity awareness, resilience, adopting best practices, right, is very very important in a process part. Okay. Open banking is a larger topic. So at least to begin with, you should have a right set of a enterprise service bus and a right set of a new business models, which is very very important. So process around your, there are other like automation process or operation automating your manual operations or your various workflows, account opening workflows, many other workflows wherein you can enhance your process. Create a central governance structure of a people who will always keep on studying this process, whether the process yesterday was a time consuming, same process how do we optimize today. So set of people like the right IT governance is very very important. Adopt social media, I will not say it is very very important, but you have to be there on the cloud. As a cooperative bank, tomorrow you need to be have your journey on mobility for your customers. You need to understand every data transaction which customer is doing, so that you can give him back the right service. These are the new emerging technology like quantum, big data, or AI. I think this is a future, and some of those XAV cooperative banks should really adopt this journey. You can always connect me. How do we really start with blockchain or IoTs or AIs and so on? But tomorrow's customers will be on AR VR. They will not be on mobile phone. They will be more on biometrics, open APIs, connectivity. So I will not recommend start your journey right now here, but your journey should start with the mobility and cloud sooner or the later. Immediately, this is what you have to really think. So if when you look at complete transformation of cooperative banks, it is around 3 areas. In your cooperative bank, do you have a mobility mobile apps? Do you have some kind of a chatbots to your customer? Are you ready for tomorrow's customers, or who is gonna, like, oh, who is gonna have a Fitbit or something like that? Are your customers on your interaction? Do you have a omni-channel interaction for a customer on a, say example, one of the experience which we have done is that we have integrated our banking on Tally, right, or Zoho. When customer who is coming on Tally, SME customer, they don't have to toggle between another cooperative bank module. They get all banking services within that platform. So in the front office, are you ready with offering services to the customer? And in your backend, do you have a right set of cloud computing, virtualization, security practices, AI or option? That's how we'll see. And your front office will be connected to back office either with API, good security practices, and robotic process automation. Once as a cooperative bank or as a set of cooperative banks, when you adopt all of these three models now, I will say as a bank, we are gonna serve customer much more better. So this is the way typically banking are already adopting social media, mobility, automation, cloud, followed by AI, robotics. These are all future things, Internet of Things and blockchain. But I think we should be at least in these 5 technologies. We should be there, right? So and take care of your regulation. Whatever output we are bringing for your customer, assess it with against the regulation, because zero tolerance for a breach of compliance is very very important. If you are doing anything without compliance, you will have to pay penalties, right? So that digital transformation may not help you. Collaborate with the right external industry partner. That is very very important for cooperative banks. You have to come out of your zone. You have to come out of your branches and see how other industries are really doing it. How can we really participate in a journey with the fintechs and so on? That's how you need to look at it, right? I think that's why I always recommend a central body who is emerging tech or emerging fintech body, which is gonna take care of corporate, is very very important here onwards. Okay. So finally, always take care of customers. Whatever you are doing, you have to see how you are gonna serve, engage your customer, either to set up some analytics or digital marketing and so on, right? So new business model you have to bring on with your customer around in villages, in some mandis. So you have to bring that contactless experience or some kind of app within that market where your transaction happens without cash. How can, is it possible? It is possible. You just have to think and create that awareness around your customer. You can create a closed user internet wherein transactions will happen without those internet, or if the you have a problem with internet, so you can create closed user network and where you can do this contactless payments. It is all possible. It is all depends upon how do we really start. So I think this is what we have spoke, right? So this is all necessity of a I can keep on talking how your branches, right? uh, this banking has now gone into augmented reality, or some kind of a speech banking, or your normal banking wherein you had branches. Now it has evolved. Every bank is now giving insurance or some kind of other services. Take example of this bank, right? Is giving all the kind of services without branches, right? Or your traditional banking model, which was wherein bank branch was the at a core or at a central. Now this branch banking is becoming one of the service, right, under digital banking. There are online, mobile, email, open APIs, contact center, and this is the digital banking is a current thing. In future, it will be AI enabled banking, and a non-banking partners like entertainment, social media, telecoms will be part of that whole ecosystem for the same customer, right? So as a bank, as a cooperative bank, or as a set of cooperative bank, we need to see, are we ready for this customer, ever changing customer? Today he was visiting to the branches, tomorrow he is ready to do bank branching as well as other things. After that, now he will take those branch banking services from phone pay, Google pay, or many other things. So I think that's a very important thing. You need to see how your customer will align with this whole ecosystem. So I think, Shardul, I'll stop here, okay? And I'll just see. I'll just make an appeal. If anybody needs any of the service, right? Apart, how do we collaborate with any of the fintechs, and how do we become tomorrow's digital bank as a cooperative bank? Like, so I am here to help all of our friends to see if these ATM vans, these are all happening. But what is that most important thing is like your ecosystem is changing. Your partner ecosystem is now becoming part of your banking ecosystem. It's very very important to see how I can serve 24/7 to the customer, and on different channels with the right set of security. Otherwise we will be really left out. So that is it from my end, right? So you can always get in touch with me for any of those adoption. So once again, thank you so much, Praveen, uh, and Sandesh and Shardul and the whole ESDS team to invite me to talk upon. So I can keep on talking for best practices, how cooperative banks should come together and create their own platform. We have a very good ESDS cloud platform which can really act as a backend platform and bring on all of those much needed services for your upcoming customer. I am not saying current customer, upcoming customer, current customer, where your customer remains your customer forever. So that is how we should really work in that direction. So thank you so much once again, Sandesh and the team.